I love that you won. I would have been very pleased if Rita won, but my favorite was Scarlett to win, even though I knew that she had literally no wins.
How do I end this Zoom call?
Goodbye, that was Pit Stop. Hi, it's me, Trixie Mattel, and welcome back to the Pit Stop, the show where we recap RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13. Today we are going to tackle Episode 3, but first, we have to address the situation and the elephant in the room. We are back in my YouTube studio, but I got my gold play button in this room, so we should be fine. And today we have a wonderful guest, an incredible drag queen and icon, somebody I talked for a whole season, so this should be weird. Priyanka!
Hello everybody, it's me, Priyanka. That's right, I'm finally here. I know that everyone thinks Jimbo was robbed, so just call me the girl who robbed Jimbo.
So happy to have you, honestly. Beginning of COVID, I did Pit Stop from home, and I watched you every week all the time, and I'm so happy to have you.
You know what, I've actually dreamt about being in your home, under your bed, whispering sweet nothings. I'm a sick bitch. Love you.
Congratulations on winning. Nobody's more qualified to read these hookers for filth than you, because you're a winner.
I'm so excited because I've watched these things before, and I would get so mad when someone would be like, oh, that paper dress was ugly, or like her Miss Cleo was bad. First of all, I'm perfect, and none of that was ever bad, and it was all rigged to just put me in the bottom, of course. But I'm very happy that now I have a crown, because now I can be the person to say everyone is ugly, and I could just be perfect. So Trixie, you're ugly.
Thank you. Well, the great thing about drag is the judges, the queens, us as viewers, winners of Canada's Drag Race, we can all have separate opinions, and that's fine, and we don't have to fight about it.
Yeah, no, we don't have to fight about it, but we can make out later.
Yeah, we can make out later. That being said, I love to see people in full-blown fights in the YouTube comments, so welcome. Welcome, everyone.
Comment below.
How are you? What a year to win Drag Race. How does it feel?
I honestly think it was the best year to win Drag Race. I won't lie to you, when I got cast on Canada's Drag Race, I thought everyone's gonna be like, what is this hokey pokey Canada's Drag Race thing gonna be? I was happy that we had to force feed Canada's Drag Race to everyone because it was all they had all summer, and I'm happy that I won because now I'm still single and alone. So I guess consistency wins the pageant, as they say.
But filthy rich. You're filthy rich, Priyanka. Nobody can touch you.
I'm so filthy rich that I'm still waiting for my Trixie cosmetics in the mail.
Ooh, let me make a personal note to add this woman to, you know what? How's Canada's customs? Are they forgiving when it comes to shipping?
They're forgiving. They might get a little scared when they see your face, but who doesn't get scared?
Because, you know, Canada, they barely let the girls with the DUIs in, okay? So let's get into it. Priyanka, I'm happy you're here for Episode 3 because we finally get to see the other girls, because last week, Simone won the first challenge in the winner group and nobody went home. Priyanka, you won your first challenge very early in the season. Do you think that helped you get momentum, or did it create like an extra pressure trying to perform at that level?
So honestly, winning earlier, I don't want to win Episode 1, and God forbid you win Episode 2. But winning Episode 3, which is the episode that I won on my season, it's the best because no one needs to think about you so early, because once you're the one to beat or the one that's probably gonna win, everyone just turns on you.
On the flip side, last week, Candy fully believed she was going home. Do you think Candy has put too much pressure on herself?
Candy knows why she's good. Candy knows that she's this big personality and can walk into a room and people are gonna say that she's just like Miss Vanjie and she has to be on Drag Race one day. So it's like, for her to actually go through what it feels like to think you're good at something, but then the judges be like, you're actually garbage. No, I'm just kidding. It's one of those things that can like really make you give up or be like, oh, I needed this reality check to come through, because then it's gonna make you do better in the competition because you're not trying to like uphold your name, you're just there to have fun.
I'm with you, girl. So finally, the remaining 6 queens come into the workroom and they're eager to prove themselves after losing the first lip sync. I mean, I love everyone. This is already a batch of people with 1 lose under their belt. Can't feel good. They fully think that they have sent Elliott home. What do you think their reaction's gonna be someday down the line when they see Elliott?
I mean, it's shady to send somebody home in general. I mean, I would love the opportunity to eliminate somebody. Like, how fun would that be? I mean, I know you already know, but
I never had to eliminate anyone, thank God.
Oh, true. But could you imagine just like having the power and be like, whose outfit do I not like? You barely know anybody. You have no storyline. There's a piece of hair. Their reaction when she comes back is that guilt. It's like, you know, I can only talk about my past experiences. It's like when you break up with an ex and then they show up at the club the next day. It's like you have to face this person that you decide not to be with. What are you gonna do? Hey, how are you? I hope you're happy. It's the worst.
Everyone's gonna be like, oh, we all felt it was such a weird situation, but like, and then Elliot's gonna be like, oh girl, I totally understand, but Elliot's gonna turn and be like, all these whores. Do you know what I mean? Like she's gonna be nice to their face, but she's gonna be like, don't worry, I forgive you. But I never forget anything. So the queens are talking about having some trade amongst them. Priyanka, who do you think is the trade of the season?
I find it very interesting that the entire pork chop crew are the trade of the season. Like, are they saying that good-looking people are bad at drag?
I think that being a goon and a goblin does kind of forge you in fire a little bit.
So here's the thing, is that as somebody that was named the trade of the season, thank you.
The trade of the season.
Thank you. And somebody, I don't know, you know what, there's something, I love the idea of like thinking of like who could be the trade of the season, because for me personally, like, same as you, I always felt like a goblin and a goon, and then, you know, everyone was like, ooh, Priyanka's sexy out of drag, and I was like, are we gonna So so it's kind of nice to get that, you know, satisfaction, but then I feel bad for the girls who are not being called the trade of the season, but let's talk about who the trade of the season is. Hey Joey, it's me, Priyanka, the winner of Canada's Drag Race. I have this feeling that you probably won't win the competition, but you can win my
For the mini challenge this week, just like in last episode, the queens have to show 2 looks in a fashion show, and the categories are lady and the vamp. Do you fancy yourself a lady, Priyanka, or a vamp?
It's very lady in the streets, freak in the sheets. I consider myself a lady. However, what goes on in my brain and the things I say, vamp. I would say, what would you consider yourself, a lady or a vamp, Trixie?
I think I'm probably a lady. I don't think I own a single costume that's like nasty or vulgar or like, I don't think, the grossest thing I wear is maybe like a swimsuit. And even then it's like a pinup girl full coverage swimsuit. So before we get into this episode, we have to pause for a minute to talk about a Chicago legend, one of my sisters who I've done drag with for so long, Kimora Hall, who barely makes it onto the runway for the mini challenge. What did you think about that moment?
I was honestly pissed. I was like, girl, like, you don't have to paint fast to do drag. You really don't. Like, to watch her struggle, I was like, does she not know where she is? Like, she knew this was gonna happen. So it was more like frustration on my end, because I was like, get it together, girl, get it together. But then luckily she turned the corner and looked amazing. So throw it on, get it together, and just get over it at this point. Kimora.
So first up, we have Denali in her lady look. What do you think?
Lady look, I didn't like it. I was thinking that it was a little bit meh, but then when Miss Thing came out with the vamp, I said, now this is the Denali that I liked, because she came out and was just completely owning the runway, and I said, she looks comfortable here. She didn't look comfortable in the first one. She looks comfortable now.
She showed a lot of shoulders and didn't nip the waist much, so the upper half was kind of, it was up and down. That's all. Whereas the second look, we saw like big shoulders, nipped waist, like it was a lot more structural. Up next, we have Joey J. Should we get into it, girl? Should we get into the Joey J looks? What did you think?
Let's get into the Joey J choices. I honestly, like, when they turned the corner, I was like, because it's one thing to not wear a wig. I don't actually care about the wig thing, I really don't. It's more just like the look was so hocus pocus, and not in the good way. It was very just like, I don't see it, I don't want it, and I think that you could be cool, Joey J, because you are such a great entertainer, but you're entertaining on the stage, but not like in your, oh God.
I'm gonna add on that, which is I know Joey J, fabulous performer. Joey J is somebody who used to go to national male pageants. Joey J was a dance studio instructor. Joey J is a fabulous entertainer. Showing your real hair is great when it goes with the look. But some of these looks, I just think like a men's haircut isn't the look for like all 3 looks we ultimately see in this episode. That's all I feel.
Elevate it so it's something, not just like me in my confessional look. Let's move on. Next queen.
All right, so up next we have Rosé. What did you think?
Honestly, when that painted dress came out, I wanted to hate it so bad. You know when you want to hate something, it's like how I want to hate you, but then you talk to you and then you're like, but she's nice.
I know.
With Rosé's look, it was like, I wanted to hate it, but then I was like, but you thought about it. You did the rosé on the back. You got it painted. Like, I wanted to read you down, but you came up and you're like, dun, 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 and I was like, I love it. And then the last look was like equally as amazing too. I just was like, damn, girl, you came, you slayed. You are just doing what you do without having to prove it or say it, you know?
I thought both of those rosé looks were kind of a serve. I mean,
yeah, it was good. You can't deny it.
Speaking of serves, up next we have Tamisha Iman.
Yeah. I just need to tell you something, and I need you to put like romantic yet sad yet uplifting music under what I'm about to say. I just think that like there's something about Tamisha Iman on the runway and in the workroom that like could make me cry all the time. And Tamisha, if you're watching this, I want you to know that no matter what happens, you're my winner.
Now, Tamisha, not to say you don't make us happy. I mean, what Mark is saying, that he's a damaged bottom who's on the verge of tears at any time. But what we mean is, I do think she carries her, I don't know, her story kind of with her all the time. We learned so much about her in that first episode, like.
Which I love because it wasn't like, let me give you my boo-hoo, I'm about to be sent home storyline. It was like, let me just tell the girls what I've been through and then I'm gonna do it. I love it so much. And her looks on this runway to bring it back. The first one was like, I was just happy to see the girl, you know, I was like, oh, and I forgot to look at what she was wearing. The second look with the hair look, like we had a hair runway challenge on my season. So I was like, oh my goodness, like this look could have won the runway for that week.
She's the Benjamin Button of drag, and she's here to show people she's still got it. So up next we have Utica. What did you think?
Thoughts, feelings, conservations?
Reservations?
Reservations? I think that Utica is somebody that looks like they're gonna be really annoying, and probably is a little annoying, I would assume. But then, when she came out with this like gumball or whatever plastic ball look, I was like, like, you know, you just hear the clown car, you know, just got off it. You're like, oh, I see exactly who you are. But then when she came out as the vamp and the plastic balls were crushed around the neck thing of that outfit, I was like, oh.
I really thought this was like my favorite look she's shown so far. So cute, this little day look. I just love it. And I mean, I love anything 60s, but like making that fabric 3-dimensional, I'm like, we are really doing drag today in this video.
Right? Yeah, I feel like she really brought it when she didn't have to, but she said she would.
And what'd you think of this dark Rita Repulsa energy on her second look?
It made me a little horny.
It looks like Sasha Velour with Wrinkling Brothers Circus, but in a way that serves. We have the driver of today's struggle bus, Kimora Hall, which, let's just be honest, for her quick drag, goddamn does she look beautiful.
And that's the thing, it's like a confidence thing for me. I'm like, you just have to believe in yourself, bitch. Like, you look incredible. And then you're out here being like, I don't have 2 hours to paint, I'm gonna die, what's gonna happen? Then she turns the corner looking more relaxed and calm than anybody else on the runway. And then she looks beautiful in both looks. Clean, waist cinch, there's body police, don't call 911, Trixie's gonna pick up.
Hello.
She looks amazing. So, no hate here.
All right, so that was the mini challenge. Who was your favorite overall in the mini challenge?
Overall, I would say Utica is my winner of the mini challenge.
Oh, work.
The other ones served me what I thought they were gonna serve, but Utica was the most surprising because she made me like her. It was like that. She came around and was like, I want to win this thing and I'm a good Drag Race girl and I will get bookings after this. I don't care what you say. And I was like, book her, call her, get it, put her on the Pride Tour.
So now for the Maxi Challenge, the queens have to write, record, and choreograph and perform original lyrics written to a RuPaul's song, Phenomenon. Priyanka, you won the Girl Group Challenge just this year on Canada's Drag Race. What is the key to standing out in these full queen productions?
don't listen to anyone else's bullshit and perform like the solo artist you are.
So I have to say, the vibe is a little intense with the choreography. Who do we think's struggling the most in this chaos?
With like the actual energy of too many cooks in the kitchen, Tamisha was like, I can't deal with this. Like that makes you like not remember choreography, forget it, and not just be inspired by it. Like dancing is hard. Like I didn't grow up dancing. I wanted to always be in dance classes. So whenever someone doesn't teach me choreography properly or I'm not in the mood for it, it ain't gonna stick. Like it's just not gonna happen.
So as the queens get ready for the performance, we learn that not only is Tamisha 49 years old, which, let's be honest, that is a senior age for a drag queen. She has 3 grown children, and her drag daughter is legendary Tandy Amon Dupree. Priyanka, are you familiar with this iconic performance?
Who isn't?
I think about it all the time. I can recount the whole clip. Him coming out and looking around, he can't find her, and then fall from the ceiling. Where have all the good men gone? Like, I could replay the whole thing in my mind.
Oh, I love it.
We see the queens perform in Phenomenon. What did you think? Who stole the show?
It was, yeah.
Kimora Hall.
She didn't have to be bad, but it's like she chose to be bad, and that's why I'm pissed at her. It's because I want her to believe in herself, you know?
When Nicole Byer said it looked like she went to the grocery store without a list, I was like, holy as a performer, that is the last way you want to be described on stage. We're gonna see the queens hit the runway here, and the category is we're here, we're sheer, get used to it. Let's go through the looks. Up first, we have Denali.
So, you know when you think you're gonna see something, and then you don't see it? You really don't see it. She turned the corner, and I was like,
She's a beautiful girl, and I liked the hair. And I know that it was black accessories. To me, that black pump was such an eyesore with this dress.
I bet you she'll tell you that it was a dark purple. I bet you. But it looked black on stage.
So up next, we have Joey J. Priyanka, what did you think?
Wow, this look truly is 10 out of 10 amazing, top caliber drag. Really, Team Joey J.
Oh my God. I just was not here for this look. I don't know how to say it other than I just didn't like it. And that's just what I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah, it's very not.
I personally like Joey as a person, but I did not enjoy this look on the runway today. But you know what? When I was on Drag Race 12 times, I bet that hoe was sitting at home like, no. So I'm sure it's fine.
100%. 100%.
Miss Kimora Hall was ready for the runway.
She was ready for the runway, and she looked incredible and amazing. She was in her element, but I always say with drag queens, you could look beautiful, but are you a superstar if you look dead in the eyes? Believe in yourself, bitch.
This is a message of hope from me to Kimora. You are so flawless and talented, and I wish you carried yourself on Drag Race the way the rest of us, when you walk in, are just like, like, you are that bitch. So be that bitch, you know? All right, up next we have Rosé. What did you think?
Hate it!
Hate it, you do.
The Lady in the Vamp looks were so strong and so runway ready and like just, and then this seemed like the Little Mermaid, but like the really bad one that was on TV.
Sure.
Bad.
I think this look would have been stronger as just the dress. I think the ruffles were a lot. Up next we have Tamisha Iman.
I got emotional seeing my girl.
Doing a sheer like this in like a champagne color is so beautiful.
It's a serve. It's the serve. It's the serve. There's no questions about it. She turned the corner and we all decided unanimously, like, this is the dress. Congratulations. Next.
Finally, we have Utica.
What do you think? What do you think, Trixie?
I did not feel strongly about this look in any way. I hated it. I hated the shape of it, the lack of shape of it. I hated the fabrics. I hated the way they were stuck together. I hated the glitter on her hairline. I hated the hair. I hated this look.
I think that it reminded me of something that I didn't like in my life.
All right, so Priyanka, what was your favorite look of the evening?
Favorite look of the evening goes to Tamisha.
I have to say, I'm gonna go with Kimora. I did really love Kimora's as well. And what's the least favorite look of the evening? What is it?
Least favorite look of the evening would have to go to Denali. That doesn't look like it belongs on a RuPaul's Drag Race runway.
I have to say, Joey J, I didn't like the look. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it.
Oh my God, Trixie, motherfucking Mattel, I forgot that they were there still. Do you think fame has changed me?
Actually, to be fair, I think you were kind of a dick before this. And to be even more honest, I don't think you're that famous.
I hate you.
RuPaul announces once again, those of us who are here for the drama are disappointed because nobody is going home tonight. The top 2 queens are Denali and Rosé. Do you agree with the top 2 today?
I do.
I didn't like Denali's look, but I think that it's just my taste, and I think a lot of people will. And Denali really let those hoes have it in that main stage performance. She did.
That's the thing, is that like sometimes when your challenge performance is so good, it doesn't really matter what you do in the runway because like work, you know?
All right, Denali and Rosé lip sync to If You Seek Amy by Britney Spears. What did you think of the lip sync?
I loved the lip sync. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. I've seen both of those dolls perform live before, and I was like, this makes sense. I feel like if I look to my right, I'm in Chicago. If I look to my left, I'm in New York. This is perfect. They're doing what they do. The one move, I don't know why I can't stand this, and now maybe I'm the dance police, is, you know when drag queens do this move? Just like step box.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me want to
Tell me.
be abandoned by my dad again.
Well, you don't need him in your life because you have a new mom named Tamisha Iman.
And a new daddy named Trixie.
I will say, something in my gay bones, my gay DNA, when this song started, I was just like, oh yeah, this song. So Denali wins. Do you agree?
I am so happy for many reasons. Denali is the reason why I watched Drag Race. Denali was in Toronto and was like, hey, like we're going to a viewing party, like do you want to come? And I was like, for what? Like RuPaul's Drag Race. I was like, oh, I've never seen it before. And she's like, what? Like, what gay has not seen Drag Race? This was before I started drag. This was like, it was everything. Yeah, it was only 4 years ago. So season 9 was the first season of Drag Race. Yeah, season 9 was the first season of Drag Race. I didn't even know who you were, which is wild because I know you're so famous.
Thank you, Denali, for getting Priyanka to do drag because now we all have that to deal with. So thank you so much. So Priyanka, it looks like next week is the week we're finally gonna see the queens come together. But I wanna ask you, who are your current frontrunners to win the crown?
Current frontrunners to win the crown would be Rosé, Denali, Simone, and Gottmik. I would say that would be my ideal top 4.
That is a really strong prediction. I'm gonna say Simone. I'm gonna say Gottmik. I'm gonna say Tamisha. And for my final choice, I'm gonna say Tina Burner. Priyanka, thank you so much for joining me today. It was honestly such a gift to get to watch Drag Race this past season on Canada's Drag Race and get to watch you every week and talk about you on the pit stop. So like, just to dissect and love everything you do and to have you on the show is so wonderful. I just love you.
I'm very happy too. I literally wish you could have seen my reaction when I got the email saying I was going to be on pit stock. Like everything, pit stop.
So you're saying I'm a pig and I should live in the stocks with the farm animals.
Yeah, you're a dirty little pig, Trixie. Oh yeah, and you want some of this?
Ew! Cut the camera's dead ass. Okay. Thank you all for continuing to watch The Pit Stop. Join us next week for episode 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race right here on the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube channel. Goodbye. Oh yes, we have to go back in time. I just have to ask, we had Alyssa Edwards on the show in Canada's Drag Race when you guys were doing the pageant episode, and she kept saying Priyanka.
I think Priyanka is struggling mentally.
Yes.
What did you think about Alyssa calling you Priyanka?
So I want you to know something, and I want you to know it now.
Did you watch that episode of The Pit Stop?
So many times, and I want you to know that I love Alyssa Edwards. Like she's my god. I'm her #1 fan. I literally have bought meet and greet to meet her, and then it got canceled. Like I love the bitch. So imagine me. Oh my god, like I'm on Drag Race and Alyssa Edwards is gonna be with Trixie on the pit stop. I'm so excited. And then the bitch says my name like Priyanka. I literally was devastated.
Oh my god!
So mad. And like I'm somebody that like now I just call myself Priyanka all the time, but in the moment I was so upset. I was like, how could she do this to me?
How could she do that? We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
But now my name is Priyanka. What's my name?
Priyanka.
Look over here. The Drag Race YouTube channel is always bringing amazing content, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing.